Welcome, welcome, and welcome wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, and I don't know if I can say good night to some people, but we need you yet. So, no, I'm not saying good night. Be with us. This is Focus on Liberia. I'm Anthony Sear along with Mr. Dennis Jar, and today we are here to introduce to you a brand new program here at Focus on Liberia called LIB Talks. Hey, if you've been waiting for the ladies to take charge of the conversation, it's right here at Focus on Liberia and with the program LIB Talks. At this time, I will turn control over to the man Dennis Jai, who will introduce the host of LIB Talks. Mr. Jai.
Well, thank you so much, Asuni, for this for the intro. Thank you, ladies, for coming. We want to welcome all our viewers from across the globe. My name is Dennis, and we are broadcasting from the headquarters of Focus on Liberia here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's LIB Talk, and we are elated to have these ladies with us. And so, ladies, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you.
We are glad to have you. Let's introduce you, and this is a brand new program, LIB Talks. With me, representing the ladies, we have Ivis Wanla, who's joining us from Florida. Ivis, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you. I had to unmute myself.
All right. Also joining us from Virginia. I still have problem with how would somebody go live in that little bit. Eva Shah joining us from Virginia. And we have three ladies from the city of brotherly love, starting with Rose Joy Carmore. Rose, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Hi, I'm excited.
We also have from the city of brotherly love, Jennifer. Jennifer, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Hello, everyone.
Last but not the least is Hawa. Hawa Right. Hawa Bono Right. Hawa, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you.
All right. This is LIB Talks, and these ladies are here. This is their program. We are introducing the program today, and going forward, it will be all theirs. So, Mr. Soni, let's get things started and let the ladies do their thing.
All right, let's get started, ladies. The first thing we will want from you is a brief introduction of yourself, just a little bit that you're waiting to share, so that the audience that you will be taking over will get to know you. And we'll start this time with Hawa. Hawa, who is Hawa Bono Wright?
Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Hawa Bono Wright. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for about 6.5 years, and I'm currently completing my master's in nursing education. That is me. So welcome. Thank you for turning in today. We are excited, and thank you again.
All right. Hawa there trying to share a little bit about her, and you heard it. Thank you, Hawa, for being a member of LIB Talks. We know we're going to get a lot from you as we continue with this program. Also, we have Rose Joy Camo. Rose, again, we can welcome you enough to your program, LIB Talks. A little about you.
Hello, everybody. Again, my name is Rose Joy Carmore. I'm a single mom. I'm a nurse. Also, I run a foundation. Also, I do a lot of work in the Liberian community in the U.S. and Liberia. So I'm here. I'm excited. This is great, and I'm super excited. So I welcome you guys to tune in every Friday, and you guys will get what you guys expect.
So then before the next lady come up for introduction, I wonder if our audience are sharing the show, if they are inviting someone, because this promises to be one of the best show ever for the century. So if you're there watching us, please share the show, invite someone. This is the introductory night of LIB Talks. We have these ladies who are going to be hosting the show. Tonight is introduction, and preview into what is expected. Now we have introduction. Let's go to Miss Jennifer.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Rohana Weeder. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a content creator, and I am excited to be a part of this show.
Entrepreneur and content creator. Say more about that, Jennifer.
Okay. I'm an entrepreneur, meaning that I have a couple of businesses that I run. And then I'm also a wife, I'm a mother, and I recently became a content creator. So I have a YouTube channel. So that's just who I am.
Welcome, Jennifer. We are glad to have you. And LIB Talks is waiting to hear from you. Now let's go to Ivis.
What happened to Eva?
All right, Eva. Ivis nominated you, so go ahead.
Oh, me? I should go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Eva. I'm a mother. I work in healthcare administration. I'm happy to be here. I do charity work in, Liberian community and stuff like that. And I'm happy to be here to share myself with you guys and also have you guys share your experiences and life with me.
I'm not even talking.
Huh?
Did you say that right? Do you have to share yourself with us? Please correct that.
Not that. My experiences.
All right, that was Eva there, folks, in cyberspace. She's trying to say she's here to share her personal experiences with us and also on the topics that they will be discussing on their program, LIB Talks, right here on Focus on Liberia. The last person to introduce herself here is Ivis. Again, we can't welcome you enough. A little bit about you.
I'm Ivis. Why did I get shy all of a sudden?
Never been shy.
I'm a creative writer. I published author. What else? And I'm happy to be here to join these ladies and just discuss some things.
Thank you, Ivis. Thank you. And we get a lot of love out there. The people are saying, hello, ladies.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
LSS Kona is watching from AB Talbot Road in Monrovia. He said he's all ears. Let's start the ball rolling. We say LIB Talks. What is that? LIB Talks.
Want to take this, Rose, or you want me to take it?
So LIB Talk is something that is almost like a dream come true. It's like living in the country that you see so many talk show and you see so many people on there sharing their life and make an impact in other people's lives, So I initially, came to these beautiful ladies with this idea, and I wanted us to be one of the shows that are set apart, that we are here to blow the minds of young people, new generation, even the old generation, to tell them that no matter what happens in your life, you are responsible for your own life. Whatever you do in life, nobody responsible. You can get up, you can get down, you can go up, whatever the case may be. Your life shouldn't be based on nobody else. So we are here to just blow minds. We want to build the minds of our people, not just Liberian people, but, girls, men, whoever it is, a little boy, a little girl, because we want to tell them that, like I'm a single mom. I want to tell a young girl that no matter where you come from, you can become something greater than whatever you ever thought about. We have women on here that they are married. We have people on here that have kids and they are still entrepreneurs. They are making money and they are doing what they have to do. So, LIB Talk, we are here to give you guys everything, to come from our point of view, to come from the public point of view. So we will be here to offer the best, nothing but the best. We also will be able to do research, and bring you guys a lot of information. So that is where LIB Talk came from.
All right, Eva, LIB Talks. I'm listening to that. It's like you guys are going to be doing a lot of talking on a lot of issues. Is that why it is? And how are you going to do it differently? Because, like Rose said, there are a lot of platforms out there that Liberians use or listening to as well, to talk about, a lot of things. I know for the most part politics, though, but yours is diverse, isn't it?
No, we're not here just to talk about politics. We're here to, and not gossiping about this person or that person.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to bring you the issues from a different perspective.
Okay.
From, because a lot of us came here when we were younger, and we are here in the U.S., but we also have our Liberian heritage or African heritage. So we want to infuse that in what we're doing, and also to teach the young generations. Like we have a section called Traveler's Guide. We are going to be going around not just Liberia, but around Africa and around the world to teach people about different experiences. Our main segment is about specific issues. Like in our Liberian community, certain subjects are taboo. And Rose, Hawa doesn't like that word, but or off limits. So we want to bring those issues to the table to talk about. Like we talk about rape and we talk about those things, but a lot of times you don't hear about like some experiences with being raped by a significant other or things like that. So issues like that we want to bring across and let the older generation understand us and why sometimes we do the things that we do.
Wait.
We do it.
When
So
you
we want to
older
come from a
generation,
different
you're talking about me?
No, you're not old, Dennis.
Yes, we're talking about you.
Yes.
Talking about you. Yes, we are.
Dennis, you far from old.
All right. Let me ask. I don't want
Put your age out there. I didn't put your age out there. No.
I don't want to assume that all of you are Liberians. I don't want to assume that. Why LIB Talk? I know LIB stands for Liberia. I want to believe. Why the name LIB Talk? Is it going to be restricted to Liberian talk, or why the name LIB Talk?
The LIB Talks is because we are all Liberians, but it's coming from our perspective through our lenses as being a Liberian and being a Liberian in the U.S. and also we'll have different people from Liberia or Africa. It's our Liberian platform and we're talking and we're discussing things the way we see it. So that's why it says LIB Talks. We're bringing our perspective to all of it.
So, Dennis, I want to piggyback off of Eva.
I wanted to go to Hawa because she was nodding at that. So
go ahead. Yeah. I just want to piggyback, but go ahead.
So I think I'm just going to follow by what Eva said. So LIB Talk. You stated earlier, I think it's interesting that are we just going to come in here to talk a lot? No, LIB Talks is not just about talking too much. It's about just giving the information as it should be given. So here's the thing about LIB Talks. When we came about with this name, we were thinking about ourselves being in a position that sometimes we want to hear certain things that we don't typically hear on Facebook or any social media platform. So when we said to ourselves that, hey, this is what we're going to name the show, yes, we all thought about it. Like, what are people going to think about LIB Talks? Because most of the time when you put LIB in anything, you're talking about Liberian people doing this, doing that. So as women that have experiences, as women that have achievement on our belts, we feel as though we are not just the typical LIBs, the typical Liberians. We come to you to say, okay, we have experienced these things, but here are our point of views on certain things that are happening. Here is where we stand. So as Liberian women, we can reach our generation, not just in the Liberian community, but also in the American community. There are a lot of African Americans that are around us that want to learn about our cultures, that I want to learn about certain things that we say, certain ways that we say certain things about our food. So they can also be encouraged watching this show that they will get the information that they need. So that's why LIB talks.
Jennifer? The name LIB Talk. First of all, let me understand whether the talk is is it Liberian talk or Liberians are talking? Like LIB talks, Liberia talks, or is it a Liberian talk? What is that? Break that name down for me.
Go ahead, Howard.
You want me to break it down?
So it's
Go ahead, Rose.
It's not a talk about Liberia. It's just where we come from. It's like it's like people from Nigeria, when they have their program, they put themselves first. So it's important, because in life, you always have to remember where you come from. Then you know where you're going. I'm very particular about that. No matter where I'm at in this world, no matter how rich I become, I will always be a Liberian. And that was where I got birth. And that's Liberia gave me birth. So it's like we are coming here, like this is where we were born. No matter what we come and talk about on here, we want the people to know that where we are originally from. And that's just the power of that. And we'll talk about a lot of things, not just Liberia. We'll talk about different countries, the African countries. We'll talk about the European experience. We'll talk about everywhere in the world that, we have gone and we have seen stuff and stuff like that. So LIB talk, Liberia talk is not, we're talking, like Eva said, gossip, or we're talking about rip. I wanted to piggyback off the rip thing. Usually we just come on Facebook, we want to be advocate about rip and stuff, but we don't look at the basic, because before something happened, it's something behind it. What is the foundation about it? What happened? What is that child foundation? So we want to talk about the importance, before someone can get ripped, what happened? What was missing? What are they lacking? What is the parents doing? Are the parents being responsible? Are they taking care of their responsibility? That's one thing Liberian people try to hide and sweep under the rug. So we are coming here to really explain the basic of life, the real of life. What is the norm? What's supposed to be happening? We are not coming here to say, oh, we're from Liberia, so everybody's going to be doing their one. No, we are going to bring the truth. We are going to research. We're going to do some real deep soul searching on this platform. So we are here to offer ourselves, our minds. Again, LIB Talk is to develop the minds of everyone that comes on this platform, everyone we interact with, everyone that come encounter with us on Facebook, on YouTube, anywhere we are at. We want their minds to be developed, because your mind, if your mind is developed, you can become anybody you want to become in this world. That is the biggest part of your body you need to focus on every day of your life.
All right. Thank you. That was well articulated. Let me come to Ivis. Again, we are trying to get more from you with this show because we have high expectation, and anybody should, because you are a very smart woman. And so my question is, I know Rose tried to answer how you're going to do it differently. Drama is part of life. So how do you walk that fine line? How do you walk that fine line?
It sure is.
Why bringing issue to the people in a very responsible way, doing research, because your research might point at somebody big. You have to tell the truth, right? How do you walk that fine line to avoid some drama and maybe backlashes?
Well, I think collectively, we've agreed that we will have these backlash. We will have people coming at us, and we will have some controversy. So at the end of the day, but one thing we've all agreed upon is that the truth is the truth. We're not here to sugarcoat. We're not here to hide behind anything or anyone. But at the same time, we plan on being very tasteful, very respectful in the information that we do give. And we say research because we plan on not just coming here and just talking or saying anything just because, we're educated or because we think so, but, putting in the work as far as researching and getting information from places that we can, so that we can be able to best give what we know, what we have experienced, and what we have been taught. So at the end of the day, everyone's I look at things like everyone perceives things differently. So however way you say it, you might have someone who will be offended by it, and you might have somebody who's going to be open-minded about it. So at the end of the day, there's, that fine line is just, it's an individual thing.
Thank you so very much. And ladies, those who are watching us here in Facebook land, don't go away, even though this is just an introduction and preview of the show. I am going to challenge these ladies with a topic, and they're going to go into it. I'll see how they do. So this one is a surprise. They didn't see that coming. So we got something for you. We got something for you, and I didn't tell Dennis about this. They have to discuss the topic. God. It is a kind of topic that people don't want to talk about. But let me pass control over to Mr. Jai. I see his mouth watering.
Yeah, we'll come to that very topic. We just want to get more. So let's go to Jennifer. People are watching the show now. If someone leave from here after getting a preview intro to LIB talk, what do you want them to take away?
So for me, right?
Yes, for you. When people go now, what would they say about LIB talk? What is that one thing, the few things that you want them to take away from the show tonight, and whet their appetite for what is on the horizon?
Okay. I think the most important thing about the ladies on this panel is that we are very much relatable. So we, like, with every aspect of, like, different aspects of our lives, some way, somehow you're gonna get something from one of us, if not all of us. So I just think that because we are relatable, we're gonna, especially to our younger viewers, if I can get, a couple of young girls and I can be an influence in their lives and make a difference in their lives, I think that is like the end goal.
So what brought you all together? What is that interest? And anyone can pick it up. How did this group get established? What brought you all together, and what do you see as the thing that's going to hold you all together?
So maybe I can talk, because Rose initially this was Rose's idea. So when she brought the idea to us, it sounded great. It sounded something that is needed, something that is necessary for our community. So when she told us about Ivis and Ava, we have not met them yet. Rose, Jennifer, and myself have known each other since high school. So this is an idea that she pitched to us, and we're all for it. And when she told us about Ivis sounded like somebody that we can relate to. She is outgoing. She's educated. She's a go-getter. She is very, very smart. She is the creative writer of the show, just so y'all know. So she brings a whole lot to the panel. And then Ava is the bold one. You want to hear it? She's going to tell you it as it is. She doesn't sugarcoat it for anything. So Ava is somebody that
like you, right?
And Rose, among us, is the passionate one. If you hear when Rose talk about things, when she speaks on what she believes in, she speaks with passion. She speaks with somebody that is something that is coming from a place that is deep within, and she just wants you to believe exactly what she's saying. So she's very passionate about it. Jennifer, the nice one, but don't get it twisted. She's nice. She's business oriented. She have 2 businesses. So again, when we all came together, and here am I, I'm the one who gave it to you straight. Yes, as I hear it, I repeat it. I want you to understand it as I heard it. Now it's up to you now to clarify. So with all of those different personalities, we can come together and be able to make a difference. As Rose stated earlier, the goal is not to make a difference just in Liberians, young people, also our older generation. There are a lot of older people that are, especially older parents, that are stuck in a certain way. If they can hear from our perspective, this is how we were brought up, this is what affected us, and this is what didn't. Now, moving forward, the next generation will kind of think twice about the same form of either discipline or just interaction with your kids altogether. So that's what brought us all together. We all have the same belief. We all know what we want. We all have a goal that we're trying to achieve, and this is why we're going to be successful.
And tell me about, I know you're going to do this. Tell me about the frequency. What's the format? How you're going to present it? What should we be expecting as the days and weeks go by from LIB Talks?
Eva can answer that question. Oh,
okay. So pretty much, we I don't want to say mimic, but a lot of our inspiration came from shows like The View, The Talk, especially The Real. We didn't want to just do the expected thing of just sitting here and speaking on one topic just over and over and like have a drawn out show and just talk about one thing. But how we formatted is we're going to we're going to have segments of different things that we talk about, segments that will touch base on those very sensitive topics, those not taboo. Sorry,
don't say it.
The off-limit topics. Then we're gonna have segments where we just may be talking about our personal experience, and we're gonna have segments that are going to be fun, that we can get audience engagements in. So that's how we plan on. Oh, it's raining, and I hope y'all do not hear that rain. Oof.
No.
But yeah, that's pretty much how we plan on going about the show, is just to give everybody different things. So, you know, if you have that person who they may not be so in touch with like talking about deep things, but they like the fun part of the show, you know, where we talk about things that are trending out in the world. You may have the people who want to hear about, you know, places to travel and things like that. So I believe that we have bits and pieces of everything, just depending on your liking.
All right. And as soon as I have that surprise for you ladies and viewers, we have phone lines that we're going to open shortly so you can interact with these ladies. But here is the thing. I know Hawa was able to briefly, you know, talk about each of you, but I know you can talk about yourself a little more better. So I want to hear that fun fact. Anything that you want us to know about, because you guys are going to be coming out, you're going to be laying it out there. So we want to get some preview tonight about not just what the thing you'll be talking about, but who are you? Anything funny about yourself you want to share or interesting?
So I love and live through fictional romance. You know, I'm one of the person I read it and think I'm there. I'm experiencing everything the person experiences. So I'll get a book, or I love to read my books on my Kindle, and I feel like I'm in it. Like I want to put myself in it, so I can feel relatable. Like, yes, this is happening to me right now. I'm the one. That's all.
Example, you have any personal book you are reading that you want to share? I hope you didn't get too much in that book, but let's hear it.
Dennis, that's a woman thing right now, Dennis. I don't think I'm going to say it on live.
Oh, okay.
We're going to leave that part out.
Well, ladies, you can always find a way to communicate it so that it will not come out too loud. I mean, just people to get a sense of it.
Harlequin novels.
Yeah, or maybe you can pivot to somebody, or maybe an object or an animal, so that you know people get what you're saying, but you take yourself out of the picture.
Anthony, let it be so.
Yeah.
All right. All right. You guys want to hear something fun about me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, maybe it's not fun actually. My dad is a fisherman, so that's the first thing I learned. I used to go on the sea with him to fishing, and this day we went to fishing. I know all of you know whale, right? And it's the biggest animal in the world. They whale came on our canoe, the crew canoe, and my dad saw it that it was coming to come up, and if that had happened, oh, you can all imagine what was going to happen to us. And my dad yelled, and it was surprising to me that animals fear humans so much, no matter the power that they carry. And and then my dad took the stakes we had in the kingdom. He was just making just that noise alone made to just walk away, and that's how we got safe. Maybe something for you to remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's about you,
And
Ivis?
Were you scared?
Oh, I was scared to death. I was scared to death. The next day I got sick.
Okay.
oh my
That's
God.
funny.
And I never went with him for a month until I came to myself.
By your nerves.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Mhm.
All of you.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead, but let me throw something out there. All
Mhm.
of you are, from Liberian parents, and you say you came in the country young. You have an experience where your mom tell you to go cut your own switch.
Oh yeah. My,
Oh,
my my mom is a crew woman, and sometimes I because she have two grandkids, and I see my son getting by with everything, and I look at him, I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
the
you
grandkids
lucky.
get away with everything.
I remember one day I went on the beach. My mom thing was she never wanted us to go to the beach, and we used to live up Mama Point, so it was right by the beach. And we sneaked out and we went to the beach. And you know how when your neighbor never see you somewhere, they can keep their mouth shut. They want to come back and tell your mom, say, "Oh, I saw Rocha this place or and wherever." So when we spotted our next door neighbor was like hiding, but then he kind of saw us. So my mom got the news. I'm telling you, my mom, I went got that switch, not just the switch. She peppered me good and watching my pepper was in my upper, she
That's
whipped me.
abuse.
I never forgot that. I remember one someone came to visit, and because of that visitation, that's how come she stopped. But I remember that. I can remember vividly how it started and how it ended.
oh my
That
God.
was like a real good whipping. And I never went to the beach that I came to the US. So, I see my son here and I like, wow, my mom is this lenient with you. Wow, that's crazy.
Grandchildren get away with everything. They
Oh
they
yeah.
never do any wrong.
Oh yeah.
Any story, Jennifer?
Me,
You
it
sound to
wasn't
be-
just a switch. It was anything that was in sight. Fufu stick,
Yeah,
extension cord, whatever was in sight, throwing. But the thing I used to hate was beat me and then let it be. But you know how like grandparents, when you do something, they won't call everybody. They call your auntie, their grandma, their uncle, everybody to come talk to you and say how you rude or you this or you that and you other one. Just beat me and let it be over with. But when you call everybody in the family, then you got a phone call, everybody just calling back to back to back.
Mm.
My auntie used to put a drama to it. So no matter what happened, there was drama involved.
Mhm.
That part I did not like.
And when they call you, what they say when they enter and call you?
Oh, you just giving your auntie hard time and this and that. She brought you to America and you just giving her all that hard time. Maybe we just need to send you back to Liberia.
Yep. Yep. That's sending you back to Liberia, definitely.
Oh, did it to my back to Liberia. But Mr. Dennis, one thing I would tell people, we come here and we say, oh, it's abuse, But one thing I would tell people, I think our bringing up was so good. I think because our parents don't have to wash us. It's like if you can drink, you can smoke, you go places that people smoking and drinking, and you're comfortable because again, discipline. And I think Liberia have the best discipline ever. You know, I don't care what anybody can say. I love the way my mom disciplined me today. I am who I am today. I'm a better woman. I'm strong. There's nothing that I look at and say, oh, it's impossible. Even if it's impossible, I go to God and I tell God, you know, you created me and you said I'm in your image and there's nothing impossible. So with that discipline, that's why that's where I'm at today. That's who I am today. That made me who I am. So I appreciate my mother, you know, for giving me that discipline, because if I didn't have it and came to this country is not an easy country. You know, you have to be disciplined to survive in this country. I'm telling you, because I've been here since I was younger, and I've seen things that you know, peer pressure, you know, and that never happened to me because again, I knew where I came from, you know, and I know not dare to try something crazy, you know, because I know it will come.
Yeah.
So I appreciate my mother every day for her discipline.
Anybody else want to share before we bring in Sonny?
I want to say something. I want to add on to what Rose was saying. So for me, I was raised with my stepmom and my dad, and before coming, I came to America with my mom. So before coming to America, my daddy had he did not want me to come. So he stated that for years, that whenever my mom tried to ask him, you know, my aunt is doing the paperwork, I want to take Jennifer with me, it was a no. It was an absolutely not. No, to the point where I have an interesting story. I actually, in order for me to come to America, my mom had to run away with me. Mm-hmm. So yes, so I'm the runaway girl. So my mom literally kidnapped me and brought me with her to in order for me to come to America. But an interesting thing is, his biggest fear was I would come to America and I was spoiled. Yeah. So even though that I wasn't underneath his, like I wasn't in the house with him. Once I left him, I was with my mom. But trust me, he was with me, because every time I want to think about doing something, I'm like, hey, I heard his voice right in my. So pretty much I left him when I was 14 years old. But all the way up to the woman that I am today, I heard him. Mm-hmm. You know, like, so it kind of, he wasn't there, but I remember the parts of him that was there, and it stuck with me. So definitely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Focus on Liberia on our program, LIB Talks. It's a brand new program that will be hosted here live on Focus on Liberia every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with these wonderful ladies, Eva, Hawa, Jennifer, Evers, and Rose. You don't want to miss it. They will be discussing a lot of topics from a different angle and twist, and bringing their perspective to it in a very different way that you will appreciate. Ladies, before I go to the topic that I want you to discuss, you are all from Liberia. Say again.
Ivis said she has something to share.
Yeah. Let us start with this. It's a different twist to what they were discussing earlier. You all have grown now to be women. Whether now you were small when you came to the United States, looking back and giving your experiences here, do you tend to appreciate Liberia more or the United States more? And this is why I asked the question. My daughter is 8. If I tell her we're going back to Liberia for a visit, she hates that. She doesn't want to hear anything about Liberia. So I'm just wondering, have you, the way you have experienced life now, you work, you've seen people, have you come to appreciate Liberia more or the United States more?
You want to take it, Ivis?
Ivis, you want to go first?
Sure. Well, I came when I was really, really young. Yeah. I was 6, 7 when I came. Mm-hmm. I remember bits and pieces about Liberia. And those were good memories. The memories I had were good. I think the only bad memory I ever had was during the war. I probably spent a little time so I was there when the war started. So those bad memories, I kind of tend to keep bad memories, try to put them in a little compartment and compartmentalize them. And so I try not to remember that. So I'll tell you a little story, and then I'll tell y'all about my dad telling me to go, telling me he wants to send me back. So I was probably around 9, maybe 8, 9, or 10, somewhere around there. And it's a fun fact, crazy story, all in one, or fun fact and all of this all in one. And so I started going to this school that smart kids school, whatever. I had to take a test to get into school because the school I was in before was too. Oh Lord, I hope y'all didn't hear my son. Anyways,
no, it's okay. It's okay.
So anyways, so I started going to the school and I started to mingle with a lot of different people. I had this one close friend named Nina, and funny fact, Nina and myself always wanted to go to Hollywood, and I always wanted to write movies. So from when I was 9, this is what I always wanted to do: go to Hollywood, write movies, produce movies, and things like that. She and myself decided one day that we were going to run away to Hollywood. Mind you, I was like 8, 9, or 10. I can't remember. We decided we were going to meet at the school. I drove my bike after I came home from school, drove my bike all the way to my school. I can't remember, but it was far, to go meet Nina. Sat out there for hours and hours and hours, and Nina never showed up because we were supposed to be driving or riding our. So I was like, man, I'm tired waiting for Nina. I decided I'm going to go back home. I went back home. When I got home, it was a swarm of police all over the apartment. My dad had called the police. They thought I had been kidnapped. When I got in the house, my dad said, I send you back. I can't deal with it again no more. I send you back. I'm sending you back. I said, well, send me back. What happened? I said, send me back. I'm playing the green naked. I was going to play with my friend in. All day, people sitting out here doing schoolwork. I said, send me back. So he grabbed me, he start whipping me, right? And my dad was so tall, he used to put me in the air. He whipping me when I'm in the air. I would start kicking his fist and fighting him. As he whipping me, I kicking him, I fighting him. So for me, it didn't matter if you told me you wanted me to go back home. I had fun. I used to have fun. All my memories were good, so I wasn't scared. Now, if you tell me to go back home, I'm not doing it because I don't want to get on no plane.
Because you're afraid of
Problem is flying. It's
plane
not that
ride.
she doesn't want to go. She doesn't like to fly.
She doesn't like to fly. That's what it is.
Okay.
So back to your question, Anthony, you asked, what do we cherish the most, our memories here or in Liberia? I'll say both. I came here when I was 14 years old. And that's pretty much, I think I spent most of my time in America, but my time in Liberia, I have great memories. My late mother, I enjoy my time with her when she was on this earth. I feel like those memories I will always cherish. So when I think about my time in Liberia, I think about the time that I was with her and everything that she shared. So therefore, I would never, ever want to let go of those memories because my brothers are back home. I have family back home. I appreciate our culture. Like Rose said earlier, where we come from says a lot about who we are today. So as much as we have all grown, we have established certain things, we are on our way to bigger things. You have to remember where you came from. And when you put those two things together, that just make you a bigger person or a better person because you're able to appreciate where you came from in order to appreciate where you're headed. So therefore, you cannot take one of those memories and put a cap on it. Instead, you can take it and nourish it, and hopefully you expand with it. Yes, I appreciate both cultures.
For me, like Hawa and Jennifer can relate. I love Liberia. I'm a whole different person. You know, I tell people that I'm not a typical Liberian girl. I love Liberia because for the fact I feel like if I wasn't going to be from Liberia, I wasn't going to have the opportunity to come to the U.S. I feel that if Liberia wasn't going to birth me, I wasn't going to be here today. So I love Liberia with so much passion. And I pray God all day, every day. You know, I pray if I ever get blessed that would be one place that I would bless completely. That's how I feel about Liberia. That's how I love Liberia so much. No matter how long I stay here, every day I wake up in the morning and I think about Liberia. I shouldn't lie to nobody. So when I'm talking about Liberia, sometimes me and Hawa, I get so passionately, so emotional. They don't understand where I come from, but it's because I know, that is a place that is great. It got something there, and you only can be you have to be someone that have vision, that understand what is a vision, why do you create a vision, and you have to be born with that, and that's what I am. I'm a born visionary. I see Liberia in a whole different way than anybody else on the platform. I go to bed and I tell God that the vision that I see, I hope that one day, even if my generation don't accomplish it, I hope my son generation accomplish it. So again, Liberia, I appreciate Liberia every day. I went there recently, and people worry about, oh, how you eat this food, who you go to, and I'm just living liberty. I'm just, that's where I'm from. Why should I be afraid of things? What is so bad about the place you're from? You have to be so sophisticated. You have to be so worried about what. My thing is, everybody have time to die. When it's your time to die, you will die. I don't care how much security you put over yourself, because you don't have your life. God have your life. Yeah. So, I encourage Liberians when they go to the country, be yourself. Because if you be yourself, you get to come back and try to develop a mind of creativity that you will be like, oh, I want to go Liberia one day. I want to make this of myself. I want to be this person. I want to build this. I want to join my people together and make Liberia a better place.
Thank you, Rose.
So I do encourage this platform, or whoever watching, when you go to your country, be yourself.
Thanks, Rose. Let me read some comments, and then we have the number posted. Viewers, if you want to add with these ladies, the number is posted. That's 605 area code. Call that number and you're going to add with them. Let me read a few comments here. Veronica G. Edwards say, hi, ladies, beautiful and great start. Elvira Major Million say, hey, ladies. Let me see more comments here.
The man Bakiti said 2 men, 4 women, double sandwich right there.
Give me a chance. Let me read. I know why that
comment that I'm reading. 2 men, 5 women, a double sandwich. The lady was explaining that.
Don't mind them. Cole Queen said, I think the lady pretty much covered the
double sandwich.
And Alex Kona, no matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you. That is, Liberian are the founder and they can hide our country name. Thank you, ladies. Still getting some love out there. Yeah. Bataki Lowini say, my man, you want me close my ear? Wheeler say, the beauty contest here, I'm just asking.
What?
Bataki also say, yeah, he said he's asking if it is beauty contest. Well, it's not your fault that you are beautiful. Let him get over it, right?
Thank you.
Please let the women talk before you lose viewers. He said we shouldn't be talking. You guys should be talking. I'm hearing my mother, Levy Thompson voice. That's Butler Wheeler. So these are a few of the comment. Thanks for Rachel Beseji Chapin. Thanks for acknowledging whatever your parent did was for the best of you. Wheeler Butler say, and Sonny see all these women are for only you. Butler, watch.
They are all for me.
The guy that said, are we forced to speak in, what he said, we're supposed to speak in series or something?
You think we speak in a series?
But we can change it. You want to speak colloquial? We can speak colloquial.
We can be Roswell.
All right, Dana, you done reading comments so that we can start something serious here?
No, this is serious. Steve Bowler said, I told you, Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. You, however, decided to gather so beauty in one place at once. So you can
look at you, Steve.
So Steve has a question for you. So you've been here all this year. How can you guys relate or connect with those back home, especially with the cultural difference and change over the years?
I would take that question.
Okay, go ahead.
I always tell everybody I grew up Liberian and African in America.
That's right.
Our culture is not just in Liberia, it is here with us. With our mom, our pa, our auntie, our uncle. A lot, we are still connected with people back home. Like yesterday, I cooked my kesawali, I cooked my ako or kesawali, and I cooked my ray or kesawali. I can do whatever it is. So it's not about, okay, we in America and then we don't know our culture. We don't know how to talk it or how to do it. I know all the slang that in Liberia right now says it. So it does not matter. Let me lay back small. You're bouncing.
Jeez, the people.
People, are you bouncing?
You just
That's a question for him.
Hi, Lucky.
Hi, Lucky. Hi,
Yeah.
Hey, Wicked.
Is asking all these ladies from Liberia. Usually the answer is yes. Alice June said, Full House of Beauty and Brilliance. Great show.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mrs. Jones.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, I got a question for you to start a conversation that will get the callers to maybe call in. And it's about your brothers, your husbands, and your fathers, the Liberian men. And is name me one good thing about Liberian men. Pay attention, ladies. Name me one good thing about Liberian men. Any kind of lay. I repeat, one good thing about Liberian men, socially, in terms of work, in terms of respect, anyway, all right? Name me one good thing. And then name me one bad thing about the Liberian men that you know. And then name me one manners about the Liberian woman. One manners. Let's start with Hawa.
Oh, one good thing about Liberian men. Liberian men are very educated, I must say.
Okay.
Liberian men are very educated. My husband, I can speak since, I have a Liberian husband.
Okay, good.
So I can say that he is a very educated man, well-headed, level-headed. Yeah. One bad thing about Liberian men, they don't listen.
Okay.
Hey.
They don't like to listen sometimes. When we're talking, they be like, they want to talk plenty. Just listen. We may be yapping and talking a lot, but some of the things that we're saying tomorrow, you'll be like, my God, you were saying that thing, but I wasn't listening. So sometimes you just need to just stop and listen and don't think of the nagging part of it. Just listen.
Mr. Johnny, I need to modify the question. Few good things about Liberian men instead of just one, because she just jump over a lot of things,
No, that's that one she saw. But Hawa, don't you think that's a man thing or just Liberian men?
I will speak for Liberian men because I feel like I've only dealt with Liberian men. Okay. So I will speak just for Liberian men. As maybe men as a whole. Some men do listen. Some men,
It's all of them.
Oh, it could be all men, all cultures, all nationalities. But I know, with my Liberian men, I know that sometimes I just want my husband to just listen a little bit more.
And you think Liberian men are loving? How you think we are loving?
Yes. You are. Liberian men can be very loving and can be romantic. Let me tell you something. My husband, for our 5 years anniversary, he was very romantic. Let me tell y'all. Okay. He recreated. So when we got married Punta Cana. Actually, I'm wrong. We got married in Riviera Maya, Mexico. And we did our wedding on a rooftop where you can see the ocean. So we took most of our pictures on the beach. So for our 5 years anniversary, he recreated that whole scene where he went and got sand and seashells and like did the whole thing, like we're back in Mexico. So they can be very romantic.
Oh wow.
Very romantic if they want to be.
Rare. A rare.
Okay.
Rare.
I'm just pressing my own. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? He's rare.
Yeah. Well,
Evans,
he still opened the doors for me.
Okay. Okay, he opens the door for you. You mean the car?
He still does. After all these years, he still opens the door.
Does he cook for you though?
Yeah, some tinapa grill with egg.
Oh.
You know what?
Are we talking breakfast here?
Oh, and he's made great breakfast and a great smoothie. Oh. So yes, he can cook small, but the cooking is up. It's me. Okay. But he tried.
Mm-hmm. Somebody that wants to go next, yes, let's go for it.
Cause she got a rare one right there.
Oh God.
Okay.
I say this: I've dated different nationalities. I've been one to. I'm not closed off to. I can only Liberian men. However, it seems that maybe the later part of my life have all been Liberian men, and I'm not speaking this as all Liberian men. I guess it's maybe just the ones I choose, and so maybe I'm not a good judge of choice. Okay, when it comes to men. However, my partner now, I can say, is part of the rare. Okay. In the sense that he's very goal-oriented. He's very business-minded. He doesn't have time to frolic and do all the things that less busy men do. One good thing I can say about Liberian men that I have, the ones that I have dated, they provide. Okay, that I've always been blessed with are men that provide for me. Now sometimes a lot of stuff come with that providing, but you know, they provide.
Like control.
Thank you. You said it right. Control comes with that providing. However, I haven't found them to be very romantic. Now the Black Americans, the white, the Asians, they've been romantic. But not. I'd say that now. My boo boo now, he is not romantic, girl.
Anthony, maybe it makes a difference where they grew up. You think if the Liberian man grew up in America, right? It makes a great difference because then they just mimic what they saw.
You know what else is? You know what else I think is a big factor in not just being romantic and not just them being the type of men that you need to be. I think the social group that they're in, the community they live in, it plays a huge role on how Liberian men treat you. Because I've found that Liberian men who, and I wouldn't say it's a good thing, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying distance yourself from your family or your people or your community, but I found that the Liberian men who are very well versed in hanging with different types of nationalities and getting out there and doing different things, they are the ones that tend to view things openly. They're the ones that are more romantic. They're the ones that are more educated. They're the ones that treat you better. The ones who tend to frolic in the small knit community and cliquish and they party and they hang out all the time. Those are the ones that you find that they want to be on that stuff, girl.
All right, thank you. Ladies, before the next person go, let me read this comment from Steve Bolle. He writes, who is this Liberian sister that promoting Liberian men's soul? You will live long, mama. Very wise. Liberian men are the best. Period.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go, yes. Jennifer. You want to share?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a lot of Liberian men in my life, from my brothers to my uncles, you know, my father. So what I can say about Liberian men, my first thing that comes to my mind is they are providers. They're God-fearing. provider, God-fearing, and one thing that I would say that I do not like about some Liberian men is that they're not leaders; they are followers.
What does that mean?
Meaning that
Yes.
I know a lot of Liberian guys that instead of lead, they were easier follow. Be a follower. So you follow what the crowd is doing. You do what instead of being a leader and you start your trend and do what your thing, that other people follow you.
Yes.
That's the one thing I dislike about Liberian men. But I think that they are I feel like Liberian men, they definitely are God fearing and they are providers.
Provide. They don't take the bill and draw highlighted this one for you, this one for.
No,
Not all of them.
I have never met one that does that.
If you Liberian, man, you cheap, then something wrong with you. You're not Liberian.
Typically, they're not cheap, though.
So Dennis, we should be proud. We are providers. The lady are saying, you guys can stand up for your family. That is good.
I answer you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
ahead. I was just saying something.
Because this is the only segment where Rose is quiet.
Yeah.
No, I'm not quiet. I'm waiting for him to finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta close it out.
Go ahead, Eva.
So, Eva, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll be okay.
Liberian men, I think they're hardworking, always working, always doing something, to better themselves, their families, and things like that. Very hardworking, which ties into being providers. One thing I've seen with, a lot of, from in my circle is the control part of it, trying to control what you do or what you say and things like that. I mean, that's been my experience. I have a open mouth. So sometimes it's trying to, control that mouth or trying to control, what you do. Like I was dating one Liberian guy, this was a while ago, and he told me that he was going to tame me. I said, what does that mean? Tame me. He said, you're independent, you're out there, I'm the man, I'm the this, I have to do this, I have to, that's some of the part of it that, and I think they put too much on their shoulders. We as women, you have to allow us to help you. We are here to be your partner. We're here to help you further yourself and further the family, not for you to say, oh, this is what it is. Let me make the decisions. And then this is that, because y'all men, sometimes you don't see what we see. I don't know what it is, but you don't see what we see. We can see it, especially with some of your friends. We can see what's going on, but some of y'all can just be blind to
Hallelujah.
So, and the one thing, I know you asked a question. All the ladies didn't answer that part of it. What is something about Liberian women? Yeah. I think with us, sometimes we don't take that knowing that we're separate from our spouse or whoever we is and become who we are. For men or a woman, even if you're married, you're in a relationship, you have your own separate self. I think a lot of times our women just put themselves in a man and everything like that, and we don't know ourselves besides being with that man. That's one of the main problems I have with us.
Yes.
Independence, lady. Independence.
I second that.
Eva, I want to bobo you.
Let me read a few comments, especially ladies answering the question too. One, Charlie Jaffa Bolu say Liberian men are not trusted, period.
All of them.
I'm gonna answer my question before you read your comment.
Oh, sorry, Rose.
Yeah, let Rose answer. Dennis, we got Steve Bullet on the line.
Oh God.
First of all, I don't date out of my culture. I never did it out of my culture. I love Liberian men, but you know, one thing I have noticed, and one thing that I've come to realize, that they have the potential to be great, but they don't believe in themselves. You know,
I'm taking notes.
you know, and that's deep.
Yeah.
That is deep, because like Eva said, you know, I sit here, I see some Liberian guys, and I see so much more. You know, I see something that they can't even touch. And you tell them, again, like how I said, they don't listen. You know, and one thing I come to, like, they don't like to settle down. And because they don't like to settle down, we have an undeveloped country today. Because if we have men like Nigerian men, Ghanaian men, the way they like to settle down, even though they got girlfriends, but they settle, they build their family houses. You understand me? They you know, they're about family. They built the empire. If Liberian men can just learn how to settle down, to find a girl and build a dream with her, I'm telling you, Liberia will be developed. Because you know what? When we're together and we're married and we're developing ourselves, we're developing ourselves. I'm telling you, let's go back to Liberia. Let's build a mansion. What happened? A Nigerian man can live in the U.S. and can build a mansion in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you know, it don't be a problem. But again, we Liberian sisters like me. Let me talk about myself. You know, I always believe in myself to be someone so greater. I see myself as one of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world, not just in Africa. And this started when I was 20 years old. And if I just found a guy that wanted to settle and listen, I'm telling you, Liberia was going to benefit from the mindset that I have. But again, they do this thing. 1 minute they're with you, the next minute they're gone. The next minute they're with you. It's like, how can you do it? You can do stuff. You can't be nobody. You can't be running from one place to another. And that is one thing that Liberian men lacking. They need to learn how to settle down. Sit down, find a girl, build the girl, and build yourself. Let the girl build you. Build the girl. You'll build a family. And that can benefit your country. You know, but that's a deeper part about it. You know, me, I'm going deep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. And when you come to Liberian women, you know, I one thing to say again, I would say I'm not a typical Liberian girl, because I'm not afraid to be alone. I tell Liberian men any day, if you come to this table and you're not bringing what you're supposed to bring, and I'm not expecting nothing from you, but you're supposed to be a man. And the definition of a man, if you are not that, I have no problem moving on. And that's what Liberian girl lacking. 1 minute with a guy, he's bringing $500, and he coming costing her, and she said, "Oh, you be with the devil, then the angel you don't know," and they're there for 10 years, and there's no growth.
Yeah,
there's nothing to look back to. There's nothing to put your hands on. So that's what's wrong with Liberian girls. That's the manners right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you saying something?
Oh no.
Okay. Let me read a few comments from Liberian women. While that lady said Liberian men are hardworking in all directions. Harriet Wisse, hi ladies, I'm so proud of you guys. You are
Thank you.
You are so generous, brilliant. Let me tell you guys that when you are advanced and educated, you have to speak like an educator. This is the problem we always have in Liberia. People always want you to still speak like you are not educated. I think she's speaking to the person who said, why you're speaking Liberian.
Serious.
Yes, like that too. Okay. UJ Rabba Liberian men are good looking, but UJ you man. So what would
you say?
He agreed.
Knows how to
We
make.
agree that good looking.
Yeah. Sigpa Romeo said Liberian women are not open-minded to new things. Robin Draper, Liberian men are well endowed.
Well
what?
Well endowed. Yeah, they are endowed. ENDOED. I don't know.
That's sour.
That's
they got what it takes.
Oh, okay.
Let me let you go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, we finished.
They finished, Mr. Jad. They finished, and so we'll go to the phone line. We have a gentleman there waiting.
Okay.
The man Steve Bole is on the line.
Oh God, Steve Bole.
Steve Bole, quickly to the issue. Mr. Bole, you are live.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Somebody muted me. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. CA and Mr. Ja, and thanks to the ladies on tonight. As always, anytime I have the opportunity to speak to the Liberian people, I like to acknowledge the Liberian people generally, that they're the most important people on earth. That's what I believe. I also believe that Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. And that's a fact that Mr. Jack cannot debate and Mr. CA cannot debate because they know they will be in trouble if they did that. But yeah, let's get to the issue because I think I have two concerns. I called because I have two concerns for the women. I want to seriously applaud them for coming up. It is important sometimes for us to have some of these discussions. It does a lot. It stimulates a lot. It educates all of us. But my concern is about the Liberian women is whether it's back home and in the diaspora. I see a total disconnect between the Liberian women and amongst the Liberian women. And that has been my concern. Another concern I have for the Liberian women is the fact that Liberian women over the years have seemed, especially those in the diaspora, and now seeing the trajectory heading towards Liberia, they seem to undermine womanhood. Let me try to elaborate on that part. They seem to undermine womanhood to some extent. What do I mean? I feel Liberian women, when I was growing up, I know Liberian women would handle their differences, with respect and dignity and get other people involved, whether at the church, whether they're family members, whether they're the person's husband or the pa or the man. But nowadays, I feel Liberian women sharing Liberian women naked videos, sharing Liberian women pornographic, whatever they are termed. Or I feel Liberian women ganging up to say, you know what, we don't like this group of people, so you know what, let's go and cross they want it. Or let's not follow this guys anymore. Or I see other people are coming in and saying, because I got problem with the other girls, so we got beef with them. But most importantly, just most recently, I saw something that the Liberian women did that I believe honestly is a serious problem that we need to take care of. As women need to take care of that. And that is, I feel Liberian women are supporting men who have chosen to become homosexual or whatever reason they've chosen to be that our life. I feel like women are cheering those men and setting themselves up for failure because those men are going to come back and take your husbands from you, take your boyfriends from you, take your significant other from you, and even introduce your children to homosexuality when some of you know very well that you are looking forward to grandchildren. So those are my concerns for the Liberian women, and I think if they start looking into that, that will help move us forward. But I would like to stop here because of time's sake. But those are my concerns for the Liberian women, and I hope they can address some of these things. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies,
thank you,
ladies, hold on, keep that. We have another caller on the line. Let's hear from that caller, and then we bring you into response, okay? Please. All right, caller with phone number ending in 4938. Quickly to the issue, your name and where you're joining us from. This is the program LIB Talks.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, hello. My name is Gus. I joined from America. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. I think I love my Liberian women and I respect them a lot. They are beautiful and they possess all the quality. But I think Liberian women in the diaspora need to step up because I had an opportunity since I moved to America to do a little sample survey on Liberian women and did a competitive analysis on both Liberia. I used Liberia, Ghanaians, and Nigerian women. I came to realize like out of every 5 Liberian women, the biggest job they do in America here, this CNA where you do nursing home job compared to Ghanaian women and Nigerian women, you find the most of them in corporate America in more like a better professional field than the Liberian women. And I noticed that Liberian women try to imitate the wrong thing. Most Liberian women that come to the States, they try to act like American, imitate, they won't wear the latest. And you find them that with Liberian men, because they say that for every successful man, there must be a hardworking woman. And if you see a Liberian woman with a Liberian man, if they decide to build one little small titty bedroom home in Liberia, they feel they have achieved a lot. And you compare a Ghanaian woman and a Nigerian woman, and you see what they do back home with a Nigerian or Ghanaian man in, that means you see America, they are far more better than what our Liberian women. I'm not putting it on the boss, but our women are in studio that if they imitate, they know that most of them here in America, most of them, the biggest job they do, seeing it, and they are not in the professional field. And you watch even on American TV, I was going to go up, even on American TV, you see Steve Harvey got a show, you see Ghanaian professional women there on the show, some of them are medical doctors,
and what you say about
some of them are pilots, but you don't see.
Hold on.
Come again? Yes, sir.
What about the men?
Yes, you are this program about Liberian women, right? That's why I don't go.
Everybody, honey, everybody.
It's for everybody, not only women.
So, but
everybody. This is
if you give me the time, I can say. Okay, if you give me the time, I can say Jordan. I'll say bring the man in.
We got your point. Thank you so much. Ladies will respond. Your name
is.
All right,
like to respond to that.
Ladies, this is what we're gonna do. Because of time, you listen to the two callers. You're gonna respond, and then you give your closing argument around the room, and then we out of here. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I would like to respond to that. The last quarter. Again, it goes back to what I was saying about what I like about Liberian men and what I don't like. Again, Nigerians, Ghanaians, other nationality, to take responsibility. The women come here, they get married, their husbands there for them, put them through school, they become doctors. I've seen a Nigerian girl, she's a doctor, her husband is a doctor. Because again, they found someone to settle with. You understand me? And if they didn't even find someone to settle with, their family, their father and their mother was settled to send them to school, to be the support, while they're going through school. Again, most of our Liberian parents, they are separated or either not together. So again, it comes back to what I was just saying. If our great-grandparents and now the new generation, if they understand the reason why people should stay together, you make great kids, you make great future. So that's the problem. So that's the underlying problem. That is the foundational problem that. So it don't have to do, with us coming to the U.S. For me, I came at an early age. My mom was a single mom. I came here. My GPA in high school was 4.0. My mom couldn't afford a university. So I decided to go to a community college. I paid my school fees. I went through a lot, got pregnant, but that didn't even stop me. I still went and followed my education. Again, it comes with the basic. Liberian men, young generation, old generation, need to learn how to settle down.
All right. Thank you. Again, don't forget, you respond to the two callers, and then you give your closing so that we can close.
And the first caller, Bolly, I hear you, and sometimes the things that we Liberian women do, is like sticking into the stomach. And I'll go back to discipline. I'll go back to to how you was brought up. For a girl like me, you would never see me do that. Because again, my mother is talking in my head. Again, I was brought up, I was disciplined. Again, the setting that my mom brought me to and where the people that I was associated with, I know what is what. I know what happens when you hurt someone. I know what is the consequence that when people are hurt, you're going to get yours to karma. I know all of that. And again, I'm educated. So it has to do with that. It has to do with your family background. We were saying our like bring English, that get bushel, that get country. Because her parents didn't teach her well. Her parents was focused on her selling market. She come to America now. She know nothing. She wasn't brought up right. So she come, she see the good things, she follow it. She see social media, she cussing on it. But if you was well defined in Liberia, no matter from America, you know what is what. You know what needs to be done and what is correct. So that again comes back to your bringing up.
Thank you.
You know, the way you act on social media and the way you act in your normal life.
Thank you.
So my closing thing would be, again, this is a dream. This is something that I thought about for 5 years. And I brought it to these beautiful ladies. And, I appreciate them for taking, my initiative and taking my concept and trying to make it bigger than whatever I even thought about, So Focus on Liberia, I want to be so grateful to you guys for your platform. I love this platform again. This is Liberia platform. And I see so much bigger for this platform again. And I'm going forward every Friday. Tune in. And I bet you, and I give you everything you will never regret why you turn into this show.
Thank you.
We're going to give you the best and nothing but the best.
All right. Thank you. We'll like Ivis to come in quickly, and you can respond to the callers and your parting comments.
Well, I'm just going to be real short because I feel like we have many shows that we can tackle a lot of these issues, and we can tackle them separately because there were a lot of things that were said, and it's going to take more than just a few minutes to even speak on. Mm-hmm. But just in a nutshell, we have to understand me. I'm not a person that likes to judge people because I feel like we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different social groups. We all come from different parenting styles. We all come from these different things. So this is what makes a man and this is what makes a woman. But in the end, ultimately, it is your decision to either stick and stay where you are or elevate yourself. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, in closing, like I said earlier, if you want to hear more our opinions, our perspectives, and a lot more about these topics, watch us every Friday at 7 p.m. and you will get a whole lot more from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer?
Okay. Based on the second caller, my response is when you do come to America, the opportunity is here. What you choose to do with the opportunity is totally up to you. And then for the first caller, I agree with what Ivis was saying as far as you as an individual. What what you think is right or wrong, or maybe you simply didn't put any thought into it before you shared that picture or did whatever it is that you did, because we all make mistakes. And I hope that in this day and age that we will be able to learn from our mistakes and grow and stop doing the same things that you did when you were 16 years old. And then in closing, I feel like this ladies, like I said, you want to tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. because we have so much more to talk about. we are excited. We're gonna be touching different topics. So if you want to hear more of in depth of what we have to say, our opinions on things, please please tune in. Next Friday, July 31st will be our debut. So please come and show some support, and you will hear more about what we think on these topics.
All right.
So to the first caller, I'm gonna piggyback on all three women, what they have said. As far as for me, I think that there needs to be growth within the Liberian community, especially among the women. And there are a lot of issues that women face within the community that we don't discuss. So tune in. We're going to be talking about some of these issues. And then we're going to be encouraging female that just because a video was shared on Facebook, that doesn't automatically means that you have to partake in it. You can have a voice. You can be the difference. You can make the difference. So this is why we are here. We are trying to make a difference within our community. The second caller, you're right when you say that a lot of Liberians come here and they settle for jobs that are low paying or not to certain standards, but people have to start somewhere. So if this is where they chose to start and build from there, being a CNA, let me just tell you, was a stepping stone for me. Because before you become a nurse, for instance, our Liberian parents like to, especially, I can speak for myself, they like to tell every female, go to school, be a nurse. How do you know nursing is for you? How do you know nursing is what you want to do? How do you really know you're going to succeed? Are you really doing it because you love people, you have compassion for nursing, or you just doing it for the money? So being a CNA was something that I feel like as though prepared me for where I am today, because it kind of gave you an idea of what you're going to be doing. If you have not had that passion for it, being a CNA will teach you a lot because you start from the bottom. So I don't think that's a bad job to have. So if that's where somebody start from, that's where they start from, getting them a chance to grow. So in closing, I'm just going to say, come on over. We're here to talk about these issues. They say that I don't like taboo because I feel like taboo is associated with a lot of other things. I like to say there are a lot of conversations that will be held here that are important, that I need to be heard. There are a lot of things that will be discussed here that typically are not discussed on these platforms. So I feel like that's what we're bringing. So tune in every Friday starting July 31st to hear what we have to say. Thank you.
All right. Eva?
My comments to the second caller. I mean, I'm going to ask you one question. What environment you have around you? I mean, there are a lot of Liberian women in corporate America that are out there doing a lot of things. It depends on where you're looking and who you're looking at. We're out there. If you look around you, I know doctors, nurses, I mean, accountants. What circle have you surrounded yourself with that's all you're seeing? You might need to change your circle. And then also, you can't, like, sometimes we generalize, Liberian men or Liberian women. That's what you're seeing. So open your eyes a little bit more to see other things and see, what other people are doing. And that's, in my closing, that's some of the things with this show that we're going to have be a little bit different because we're going to have guests. We're going to have people come out there. It's going to be positive. We're going to talk about hard issues, things that we don't want to talk about, but we're going to keep it positive and promote our community and promote other people, our culture and things like that. So like the lady says, come out every Friday. It's something different to talk about, something different to open your mind, to discuss. And we'll keep it fun. We'll keep it serious. Come and join us.
All right. You heard it right there. Come and join us, the ladies from LIB Talks, live on Focus on Liberia every Friday. You do not want to miss it. This is just getting started. You haven't seen anything yet. This was just the debut and preview. We didn't even discuss any topic. Hello, are you listening to me? Next Friday, right here, live on Focus on Liberia. But ladies, quickly, I learned something from you and I took my notes. I'll share with Danaja. Maybe he was not paying attention. I learned from you that we Liberian men, we don't believe in ourselves. We are followers. We don't listen that much. We don't let us settle down. I'll share that note with those guys who are caught in that web. Danny is not one of those, though. I'm not. Anyway, so yeah, the ladies were spot on today. This show is gonna be exciting. What do you think before I go to our closing song?
Well, I'm excited to see these ladies and viewers. This is the last time you're going to see the two of us. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but we're going to be out and you're going to see the ladies presenting their show and doing all the fun things that you love. Oh, I know that some guys were complaining, say, keep quiet, guys, let the ladies talk. So we're going to be quiet on July 31st and you're going to see all ladies. We we are excited about this show. We are excited that of all the platform, you chose to do it right here on Focus on Liberia, where we promote, we elevate, and educate on all things Liberia. We are asking our viewers to share the show past the world. After this show, you're going to see it on YouTube. Continue to follow the ladies, and you would not regret it. This is something new. This is something different. This is something spicy. Right here on Focus on Liberia, and we work with these ladies for some time. We are still working with them behind the scenes, and wow, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
All right. On that note, we will bring you our closing song, and this song says, "We are all Liberian, and Liberia is our home." You don't want to debate me on that one. I will beat you. Bye bye.
We are Liberian. Liberia is our home. Liberian people. Either you hate it or we want. Liberia. Either you hate it or we want. Liberia.
DJ House of Pain. Yes, I like this one. Him alright is him alright.